In this video, I'm going to talk about 3 habits you should stop wasting your time on in life. Sit tight. Welcome back to another video. My name's Jen. I help people reinvent their reality. So stop wasting your time with these 3 habits that I'm going to give you today. Okay. Number 1, stop trying to change other people. Stop trying to change other people. Now, I know I've mentioned this in other videos before, but I think it's such an important thing because we forget it. We forget it, so I have to re-emphasize it, right? We always have to remind ourselves that no matter how hard we try, that we can't really change somebody else. We can't force them to think a certain way. It's like, think about it, put it, spin it around, and think about when somebody tries to make you do something that you don't want to do. Say you're, especially like a good example is a smoker or somebody dieting, and somebody's like, you need to lose weight, or they put in a spin like, you need to give up cigarettes, they're terrible for you, and they're listing off all the ailments and all the bad things, or the horrible symptoms and signs and all the things you're going to suffer through from it. We already know this, right? We know what it means to be healthy, be a healthy weight. We know what it means to be a smoker versus non-smoker. I mean, we know that it's bad for us. Yet when somebody tells us to do something, we want to do the opposite. We want to be spiteful. We get defensive, right? So realize you can't change somebody's thinking patterns. It's like relationships too. One party always tries to change the other person. If things aren't working out, or the wife wants the husband to be more loving and more considerate, and she's always nagging him about it, he's gonna get defensive about it. If that's not who he is, if he has it in him to be that way, okay, that's one thing. But if that's not his personality, if that's not who he is, he's not a huggy type of person, then that's who he is. You can't really change other people. It's going to be a waste of your energy to try. The most you can do is lead by example, set a good example. The most you can do is send out love, compassionate, be understanding of somebody else, not judgmental. Okay, there's a very big difference between being judgmental and being understanding towards somebody, and realizing that somebody has their own way of thinking. Okay, they're their own person, just like you are you. Number 2, second habit that you should stop doing. This one, okay, you don't have to stop doing, but I just want to bring it to your attention. And number 2 is self-help books. Stop reading self-help books. You can read them for fun, but I'm talking about when self-help books become an addiction. I have this problem too. I have bookshelves upon bookshelves upon bookshelves of self-help books that I've collected over the years, hundreds of them. But you know what? I never applied the techniques. I just like to read them. It was like an addiction. I just read them and read them and read them and thought that things would change in my life. But I didn't apply any of the tools. I didn't actually utilize any of the techniques. I just read the books. And that's okay if you get satisfaction out of reading books. But understand, if you want to change, if you want to shift your life in a certain direction, then if you're just reading books, but you're never actually doing or taking action on the things that are in the books, then they're useless. Then you're wasting your time with them. So there's a difference, okay? You can read them for pleasure, sure, but if you want things to change in your life, you actually have to take action and utilize the techniques. And the third thing you should give up, stop wasting your time with, is stop wasting your time worrying over things that you can't control. Things you cannot control. Okay, if it's something you can control, that is fine. It's like, okay, I left the oven on. Oh crap, I need to go drive back home and turn it off so I don't start a fire. That's something you can control. But I'm talking about things that are out of the control. So many times we make up these little stories in our head about the future and how things are going to go down, and we worry and we worry and we worry about things that haven't already happened. If something already happened and we can fix it, or we can go, like I said, turn the oven off, then that's fine. That's something we can actually physically take action on. But if it's something that hasn't even occurred, or it's something like a week from now or 2 weeks from now that we're worrying that we're going to fail or something, or we're worrying that somebody is going to let us down in some way, or a job's not going to go through, or things that we don't have a crystal ball. If we had a crystal ball and we could predict the future, then maybe, but even then there is a margin of error, because there's so many possibilities, right? All possibilities exist. It's what we're tapping into, what we're tuning into, how we're filtering our reality. But if it's something that has not happened yet and we're worrying about it, then worry is expending energy. It's expending energy, and it's useless for us, right? And we do this all the time. We worry about the future, but we also worry, we kind of relive the past over and over and over again. And it's through reliving the past where we then worry about the future, because we think we're going to experience the same thing, because that's in our memory bank. So our brain brings up an experience that we had where it was something similar to what we're going to experience in the future. And we're basically like, okay, it's gonna go down exactly the same way. I'm gonna keep reliving this experience. No, you don't know that. You do not know that. Unless you have that crystal ball, you don't know that. So don't waste your time worrying. Worry is it's kind of a useless emotion if you think about it. Because, if you're worrying about something you can control, that's one thing. But worrying about something that has not even happened yet, useless for you, right? And it puts you lower on the vibrational scale, because you're worrying that you're going to fail or something instead of focusing on how you're going to succeed, right? Why not spin it for yourself? You can switch it. So those are three habits, I guess you could say, that a lot of people do. I've done them myself. I am guilty. So that's why I'm making this video. And just things that, can waste our time, expend our energy. So other than that, I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments if you would. If you haven't done so, please subscribe. I put out a video every single morning, and I will see you on tomorrow's video. Have a great day. Peace.